Well, hey everybody, it's Sandy, and welcome back to my channel dedicated to helping you advocate for your own health one topic at a time. So today I want to talk about eye protection, and I feel like this is a little overdue because in the midst of my recent videos, most of which have been mask reviews and mask QAs, I've mentioned that I think eye protection is under considered, but I haven't really focused on it until now. So I want to focus on that today and talk about the couple of options that you have for eye protection. Now, is eye protection necessary in the face of a COVID-19 pandemic? My assumption is probably yes, depending on the circumstances. Can you catch something like COVID through your eyes? So I have read differing articles on that, but the consensus is yes. And my common sense and my logic alone makes my argument tenable that for me, the default assumption is going to be yes. Anything that can land on any mucous membrane, if it's contracted that way, and the mucous membranes are, your mouth, your nose, and your eyes. And not only are your eyes a mucous membrane, they're connected to the other two. Have you ever used a prescription eye drop and realized, a few minutes after putting the eye drop in, you had kind of a funny taste in the back of your throat? And that's because that tear duct on the inner corner of your eyelid, right in here, some people think that produces tears. It doesn't produce anything. It drains the tears, and those get drained down to the oropharynx, and so will eye drops or anything else. So those are all connected. Your eyes are part of your mucous membrane. I'm assuming that, yes, of course, you can contract COVID through your eyes. So eye protection. Now, eye protection is something that only protects you. Okay, so unlike the mask, it's not there to protect everybody else. There's not a public health initiative where we have to get everybody doing it in order to get sort of the herd protected. But the eye protection is for you alone. So for me, the calculus that I do on this is, how many people around me are wearing masks? If most everybody is wearing masks, the eye protection becomes a little less important unless you are in a high risk setting. But if not everybody is wearing a mask, and I don't know about you guys, but I've had to go places where it's a requirement to wear a mask, and I've found that most of the time there's some breach. Okay, somebody's not wearing the mask, somebody takes it off to talk, which is exactly when you're spraying respiratory droplets. So if I'm going to be in a crowded place, I'm thinking more and more, the eye protection is really important, and I've been using it. So, yeah, so you have a couple of choices with eye protection. You have the basically eye like glasses, like safety glasses, safety goggles. You have your own glasses, those will protect some, and then there are face shields. So if you have prescription glasses yourself, you're in pretty good shape. I mean, depends on the size of them and how much of the area they cover in front of your eyes. But I think I said in an earlier video that I have a choice between wearing my contacts, wearing my glasses. When I'm going out in somewhere where I think it's somewhat risky, I'll wear the glasses. That might mean that you have to tape the top border of your mask because sometimes masks make the glasses steam up. I do have a video that I did on that a while back, and I will link that video below. But glasses are a really good first option. Beyond that, if you do want to wear your contacts, you don't want to wear your glasses, you still have the option of safety glasses or a face shield. And even if you're wearing glasses, you might want to add the face shield on top of it anyway, depending on the kind of environment you're in. So I have a couple of products here. I'm going to link them down below. Again, I don't do any affiliate links because I want my reviews and recommendations to be trustworthy and unbiased. So anything down below is not an affiliate link. It's just a link so that you can find exactly the item I'm talking about. One of them is the Elvix safety glasses, and I'm actually going to upload a review on this product shortly because, as an aside, I think it addresses the issues that those of us who have smaller faces face with wearing safety goggles. I'm so sick of safety glasses falling off, shifting around when I don't want to be touching my face. I certainly don't want to pick something up off the floor and put it back on. And these are like the perfect answer for me. They have nice silicone in the nose grip, and that's something you might want to look for if you look for a different design, because a lot of things that you wear that in the past that, not with this pandemic in mind or protection, but, just protection from tasks and things, you didn't probably focus so much on your comfort because you're just wearing things for a very short period of time. So I recommend that if you're not interested in these for whatever reason, not the least of which would be the bright pink, you do look for something that has the silicone on the part that goes back along the side of your head and also along the nose piece. I'll try to give you a good view of that. That's a nice soft silicone. Also the part that sits right here against the bridge of my nose, that's a nice soft silicone. These don't shift around, they are curved. If you don't get a pair of safety goggles that are curved, then I recommend you get, make sure they have that top bar up here that sort of goes perpendicular to the lens, so they protect from anything falling down from above, and also something that protects along the sides. Now these are curved, they have a really nice curvature to them, so they sort of hug the face, and they actually even touch right up here, which I really like, because that offers some protection. The only gap is way off to the side. They sit on my face, they don't move around, and I'm going to, like I said, upload a video, particularly a review on this product. But in general, safety goggles are a nice option if you have to get up close and personal. Something like a shield is too bulky and it's going to bang into things. You do have to be careful when you're using safety glasses or safety goggles about the touching your face issue, because they won't really stop you from touching your face, and you might be inclined, just like with a mask, when you're first getting used to them, to be adjusting them and touching them all the time, and you definitely don't want to be doing that. So find something that fits comfortably, doesn't shift around on you, has the adequate protection it needs on the top and on the sides, or has the curvature, you know, whatever it might be, and then practice with it at home a little bit, especially with your mask, so you can see if you need to tape the mask in a certain way so that you're not fogging these up. And then after you're comfortable with it and you can use it for a while without touching it, then you'll want to, you know, wear it outside. That you'll know whether that's a good protection for you and a good option. Another option is a face shield. And now there are many face shields out on the market. You'll see tons of them, like on Amazon.com. I'm going to link this one below. I've tried a couple of them, and what I don't like about a lot of them is that some of them have an adjustable part where you put a little, like a button into holes along the sides of the head strap. And I found that they just pop off. And I don't have a large head. I'm like kind of got a small circumference, I think. I'm sort of got a pretty small build. And obviously I don't want something that's going to like spring off, snap off. And you can waste a lot of money, you know, trying to find one that is going to fit and stay in place. This one is a Velcro attachment, and I do find that it stays in place. So again, I will link this down below. It's not an affiliate link again, but it's just rather so you can find the product. It has a nice thick foam bar along the top, and that provides that same kind of comfort and safety that I was talking about with safety goggles, where it protects you from having something falling from above, like somebody taller than you who's spraying respiratory droplets all around. That offers you some protection. This can be worn over glasses, obviously, or if you don't wear glasses, it can be worn over the mask, and this is sort of a deterrent from touching your face, right? Because if you reach up, you're going to sort of bang into it. And yeah, of course you're touching it, but it's sort of off to the periphery, and it just keeps, you know, what's right on your face safe from your hands. So that's a nice thing. I do find that the bar up here is very comfortable. It's moldable, the foam. Well, first of all, let me suffice it to say I would never be using any of these out without a mask, right? If I need these, I definitely need my mask. So I'm just going to put on my cheap surgical mask here with the ear loops. And I'll show you how the shield works. Now, if you buy one of these shields, you're going to think, wow, it's really foggy. You have to peel off a protective layer from both sides, not just the side where the sticker is, okay? So if you buy one of these, there's a side with the sticker, you peel that off. Then on the other side, there's also a protective film, which I like that they were packed that way. You peel that off as well, and then you'll see it's actually very easy to see through. And all you do is you pull with you have to pull pretty hard with this, so you get a lot of tension on it. Fasten it down with the Velcro. And then again, see, so I'm way out here if I'm going to be touching here, and then I'll kind of remember not to touch my face. It is pretty comfortable. You do have to work with it a little bit and make sure it's in a spot on your head where it's not going to be wanting to slide either up or down. So again, I would work with this. I would move my head around and work with it a little bit while I'm at home to make sure that it's going to stay in place and that I'm not going to have to be fidgeting with it too much. But if I do have to adjust something, I'd rather be adjusting a shield when I'm out in public than having to adjust these, which are making much more intimate contact with my face, okay? So I'm going to take this off. I'm sure you're enjoying that beautiful reflection. Take off my mask. Yeah, so again, suffice it to say that these protect you. Okay, these aren't a substitute for a mask. Now, I have heard people say, and I did a short video on, I'm just going to quickly revisit my soapbox. Can I wear the shield if I can't wear a mask because of asthma or something? You can wear a mask with asthma. Okay, people who work in the operating room, plenty of people have asthma, other conditions. It feels uncomfortable. It's very difficult to get used to. The long and the short of it is, in my opinion, being uncomfortable wearing a mask is not really a good reason to put other people at risk. So the mask is to protect other people. It will protect you some. I've done some video reviews of masks that are protective to the wearer, which I think is great. I love one of them that I use. But it really, the more people we get wearing masks, the more we have protection as a community, and the less important some of these other things become. So let me know your thoughts on this. Please feel free to give me feedback, ask me questions. I always love it when you guys do that. And please let me know if there's any content you would like to see covered. Again, I am working on looking into some of the masks you guys have asked me about, whether I'm going to do more product reviews, and I might be doing a couple of more masks coming up. So it's always a pleasure, and until next time, be well. Bye-bye.